Tonight, from Los Angeles, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford going to put it up right away. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. To throw is Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Stafford now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Here is third down and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Down to the 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Taken at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Stafford flushed out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Stafford dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
Flush to his right. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. A first run now for Kyren Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyren Williams. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. That 2 is going to change things up. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. These two teams all tied after 1. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, Tua's throw on target to Godwin here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Stafford. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
From the gun, it's Tua.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Opting to run again here with White. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw.
Finding Otten once more.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Play action. Stafford. He finds his target, Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
3rd and 2.
Looking to pass. Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Williams running left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A give to Williams, running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This 2nd and 4.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Rams, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Los Angeles, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Tua. His throw incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now an audible here into something else.
1st down. Here's White.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got taken it right down Broadway.
He's to the 15.
And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Tua. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He finds his target. It's Evans.
So the completion good for 6 yards.
And it'll be 2nd down.
On the draw, it's White.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Palmer. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Tua's throw complete to Otten.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And he's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Here's Tua.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Now Stafford. Forced out to his left. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for L.A., it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.